All right, everybody. Very good evening to all of you. I am very happy to see a good bunch of people are already texting and excited about this particular webinar. That when it's going to be a start. So yes, guys, we are going to start. And to all the people who are just waiting for this particular amazing webinar about this Power BI and how to become a data analyst, even if you are from a non-IT background and earn up to 20 lakh. So you will get to know a lot more things in this particular webinar, guys. So before I start, I would request all of you that if you have, if you guys can see me or hear me well, then just, say yes in the comment section that yes, you can see me or hear me well. I'll start this particular webinar for sure without wasting any more time. All right. So guys, can you just tell that if you guys can see me or hear me well very properly so that it will be easy for. So I just got a yes from a lot of people. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So you guys can see me or hear me well. That's nice. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for cooperating. Well, so this webinar is going to be very interesting. Why? Because number one, the guy that the guest speaker who is there in this particular webinar is one of the best example to show you that anybody from a non-IT background can switch to IT background because the man himself is from a non-tech background, so he will share his own journey. Number two, he will also give you an idea about the Power BI, which is the most in-demand tools and one of the expensive tool people generally pay to learn it. You will learn it for free over here. Number three, you will be able to ask questions to him and a lot more things. And number four, you must be having a lot of myths and the doubts about this data analytics, that is it right fit for you or not, or is it something just a over discussed thing, or is it something that you should do it. So you will get to know everything in detail in this particular webinar. But yes, to all the people who are here, I have a surprise for all of you as well. So I'm going to give you that surprise in just 2-3 minutes. But before I announce the surprise, let me introduce myself, as I forgot to tell about myself. My name is Amir Akhtar, and I'm a career consultant, and I've helped more than 230 plus people to find an IT job. And I have total 5 years of experience in edtech industries, and I have helped more than 200 plus people. So I know what exact challenges, what sort of thought process you go through when it comes to switching your career, and what sort of challenges everybody face. Either you are from medical background or pharmaceutical background, or you are an art student, or you are a BPO, or you BPO guy, or you are a sales person, or you are a bank receptionist. I know you guys must be having a lot of doubts regarding your background and trying to understand that am I be the one who can become a data analyst? Is it possible for me to become a data scientist? I know you must be having a lot of questions, and you must be also feeling that it's quite risky and a lot more things. So I can better understand because I have already transformed more than 200 plus people's careers, so I can better relate. So I will be, you know, guiding you along with the guest speaker as well. Okay, so don't worry about it. All right. But basically, in this particular webinar, you will get to directly learn, the Power BI thing directly from the Accenture data scientist. So that's an interesting part. And in just 30 minutes, you will explore a lot more things. All right. Well, this is about me. And if you want to connect to me, if you want to talk to me, if you have some questions or anything, my Instagram link is there in the chat section. If you want to discuss anything about your career related to switching or coding invaders or anything which you are hesitating and feeling doubtful about and not able to solve it out, then you can reach out to me on Instagram. My link is there in the chat section. All right, moving on. So just because you guys are engaging, so let's just understand each other. Number one, just wanted to know that from which city you guys are from, and what exactly your age group is, because to understand the age group will give me an idea that how to derive the webinar. So you might find the poll on your screen. You can tell me that what age group you are from and from the cities. That will be easy for me to understand. So I can see people have started voting. So we have a good bunch of people from 2030, and 30 to 40 is 20%. That's nice. So which means that majority of the people are working professional. All right. And let's do one more poll from all of you to understand better. So I'm giving you one more poll, and in that poll, you have to tell, are you still studying, or you are a working professional, or you are a final year student? So I would request my team to run one more poll, and let's understand how many are still studying or a working professional. Okay. So the another question is there. So let's see. So I guess more than 60% plus people are working professional and final year students. Okay, understood. Understood. That's great. That's great. So we have got a pretty much clarity. Perfect. So now let's come to the most important part. Why we are doing this particular masterclass? We are doing this masterclass in support of our data analyst course. It's actually the one of the best program, one of the most popular program of coding invaders. And the interesting part is it doesn't require any coding background. And if I'll give you a very shocking result, we have 93% of our students are getting placed into the big companies. All right. That's the report. And if you wanted to inquire about the courses which promises job guarantee about this data analyst, so to be very frank, just to bring you a clarity, this course cost 11,490 rupees per month. But just because you all are watching and want to join the job guarantee batch, which is just going to start in 2 days, the link is there in the chat section for a free counseling call to inquire. And you can avail a 33% discount just because you were in this webinar and get this premium course which promises job guarantee. And you can get it in 7,650. All right. So to all the people who are watching, avail this benefit because it is only exclusive for the people who are watching me right now. So the link is there. You can schedule a free counseling call, talk to them, understand eligibility criteria, see is it legit or what exactly, talk to the alumni, discuss, verify, read the modules, check your eligibility, see if the course is in English or Hindi, whatever it is, talk, see, understand, and then invest and then go ahead. All right, moving on. If I'll talk about the Coding Invaders, who we are, so Coding Invaders is an edtech platform which actually has a mission to transform more than millions of students from non-tech to an tech professional as a data analyst, right? And we have already more than 22,000 learners who are already studying, and 100 plus companies, train their employees with us, which means that we have a strong hold on the companies. Okay, so we will schedule your interviews. You can crack it easily. And 90% plus placement rate we have. And on an average, if I'll talk about, then 30 to 400% people are actually getting a salary hike from the student, whoever is studying. Are you getting me? So this is a brief introduction about the Coding Invaders. All right, moving on. There's one more question I'm just going to send you just to understand your mindset. If you are joined here, just wanted to know why you joined here. You joined here just to listen to this particular webinar, or you here wanted to study and looking for the courses, or you're already studying and wanted to expand your horizon, like the expertise. So the poll is there in the screen. Just vote it out. Okay. Alka is saying that is it not free, because while registration it was mentioned it is free. So for sure, I'll give you an idea. In this webinar, there is a contest where you'll get a chance to win it for free. Okay. But this is a premium course, but one of you will get a chance to win this for free in this particular webinar. So I'll come to that point, how to win it for free. But yes, I cannot give it for free to all the people, right? Only one lucky person will win. So the poll is there on your screen. Let me see what is the main intention. So I can see 53% of people are actually looking to enter into IT and looking for a courses. That's nice. That's nice. Perfect. So clearing your doubt, and Aditya Sharma is saying Zamana yahi bolta hai, paisa do, mal do. Okay. So that's interesting. Nobody do anything for free, but yes, people will give you an opportunity and you have to grab it anyhow. Okay, moving on. So what you will learn in this particular masterclass. So you will learn what is Microsoft Power BI and why so many data analysts swear by it. I mean, like, why it is the most in-demand tool and why the companies are charging so much to learn this particular tool. And you will learn it for free in just 30 minutes with the help of data scientist from Accenture. And also you will learn what Power BI dashboard and why business needs Power BI. It's a more disgusting. You might have heard about Tableau, Power BI. So you know that Power BI things, why business needs it. While you will understand all this, you'll get a clarity that, okay, why it is so much in demand, why we should learn and how much package we can get. Okay. So no need to worry about. And you can also, right now in this particular masterclass, you will learn how you can make your own first working dashboard in just 30 minutes as well. Okay. So no need to worry about. I would request all the serious people, who is watching me right now. If you're serious about your career, stay till the end. And if you are not serious, you cannot, you can just enjoy this session, or if you want, you can leave. no problem in that. But only serious people are appreciated, because this session is going to be an interesting, because it is one of the best guest speaker we have bought it, and you're going to learn it uh, for free. Okay, because time is money. If you learn it, you can scale it up to a millions very easily. Okay, moving on. So what you will get in this particular webinar, you'll get a chance to ask questions to the speaker directly, who is a data analyst at Accenture. So I'll be taking your question on your behalf. You will get a chance to get a certificate of participation, and you will get a special offer for a data analytics courses as well. Now, coming to the most important part, which everybody is waiting, here it is. So I'm going to start one contest right now, right in front of you. Whoever wants to win this premium data analytics course of Coding Invaders, that too for free, which promises job guarantee, then the link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up, because just after 30 minutes, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to choose one random person, and in front of you, I'll onboard him into a job guarantee batch, that too for free, which promises job guarantee agreement. You will get that agreement as well. So yes, I'm giving you this particular opportunity just to all the people who is watching me right now, and you can win it. Only one person will win it for free, and that random person I'll announce after 30 minutes while sharing my screen. And you will, one of you who is watching me right now, who have a dream, right, you will win it for free. Now what happens to others? Don't worry, other will definitely learn a lot of things. Either you will learn, or either you will win. That's the only two option. Okay, so focus on that. Okay, so I'm giving you 10-20 seconds more of time. Just go fill the link in, which is there in the descriptions, with the chat section, sorry. Go fill it up and come back to me and say that, Amir, I'm done, I'm ready. Then I'll start this webinar with the guest speaker without wasting any much time. So I'm giving you 10-20 seconds, guys, and I will wait how many people are registering. I would request all of you, you all people, even if you are feeling lazy, trust me, fill this particular form. Why? Because what happened, there was a person last time I was running the contest, and person came in the late and filled the form, and he won the course. So if you're watching me, and if you're trying to learn and trying to understand, because see, if you're watching me right now, then it means you're serious about your career. You're giving your time. So you should fill it up, so that maybe there's a chances that you can get this thing for free rather than paying money, right? So we should always try. We should not lose any single opportunity. That's what I believe, and you should also believe. Okay. So I can see a good bunch of people are already registered, and they are saying I can continue. So hold on. Okay. So I can see already 100 people have already participated. Anybody else who is left? I'll give you 10 seconds more. Akansha Panda, ये कोर्स फ्री है क्या? नो, ये कोर्स पेड है, लेकिन ये कोर्स कोई एक इंसान आज फ्री में जीतेगा. ओके, एंड बाकी के लोग अगर ज्वाइन करेंगे तो उनको वेबिनार की वजह से कुछ एडिशनल डिस्काउंट मिल सकता है, मिल जाएगा, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक. बट येस, you can try your luck, because just after 30 minutes I'll enroll somebody who is watching me right now. Okay, registered, done. Sunil, done. Darshil, yes, Amar, I have done it. Thank you so much, Darshil, for texting me privately. Aditya, so Aditya Sharma, come on man, have some ethics. Ikshu Jain, okay, and I'm done. Shoaib Singh, I'm done. Kaustav Singh, I'm done. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, let me see how many people have registered. I can see a good bunch of people have already participated. More than 106 people have participated. I can see it's going to increase the number. So what I will do, guys, I know that it's 6:15 now. It's time to bring our guest speaker, because we are consuming the time now. So I will keep on pasting this link so that you should not miss it. And also I will paste the link in the top so that you can fill it up. And if your friend are not here, please ask them to join, and also help them to fill this form so that they can also win. Because if you guys will win together, it will be one of the best filling in the entire world. So moving on, okay, you guys can fill till the end of the webinar. Meanwhile, let me start this particular webinar. All right, so please welcome Mr. Shubhankit Sirvaiya. Hi, Shubhankit. Happy to see you again. And
Hey, Amir.
Yes, I'm very happy to see, and you can see a good bunch of people are very much excited, and as you can
Yeah.
see, already more than 60% people are looking for switch. So you can see the energy as well. So I'll pass on the mic to you. We would love to hear from your own words that how exactly your journey was, and from where did you actually become a data scientist?
So, good evening, Amir, first of all, and good evening, everyone. So, my name is Shubhankit Sirvaiya. I am currently working in Accenture AI as a data scientist, and I completed my graduation from NIT Jaipur, and I was from a non-IT background. I did my BTech in material science and metallurgy, which is not at all related to even computers. I would not even say IT industry. It's not at all related to computers. I did my interns in steel plants, and it was kind of an eye opener thing for me, right? That this thing can be done for long term, right? Because I remember when I came like from my internship, right, my mother saw me and I was like, looking dangerous, right? Because it was all polluted environment and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I didn't wanted to work in that field, so I started learning about data science from all the sources that were possible for me. And then like many things happened, and currently I'm working at Accenture as a data scientist.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was one of my dream company because I was always interested in consulting and making data science products, and talking with clients about products, right? Because there's a vast gap between how people understand technology and how we understand technology, and the consultant is one role that bridges that, right? So that's the opportunity Accenture AI gave me. And yeah, along with my job, I like to speak with students, because I understand their problem, right? Because I remember in final year of college, a professor asked us, right, okay, how many of you want to work into a field of IT? And I guess almost two or three only students raised their hand because they had no idea, right, how to move into a field of IT, right? So I totally resonate with people who are in the chat, and who have attended this seminar. And yeah, so that's me basically.
So, Shubhankit, like basically you are from non-IT and we were from metallurgy, which is totally opposite. So, how much hours in every single day you were spending to get this thing done?
So if you are studying in a course, which I suggest that you should take up any course and then work with it. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're studying in a course and counting the lecture hours and hands-on practice, it would be like at least 3 hours a day if you are working, and it should be more than that if you're not working.
Understood. Understood. Okay. So, and why it is like in this DIY culture, why you felt that rather than self-studying and taking a course would be a good option for you? Like, I mean, people usually say that, it's better that open sources are there. We can go through YouTube and everything.
Mhm.
But why you still bought some courses for this?
Like what I observe is that the content is scattered, right? And as a student, I don't want to waste my time on finding content, right? Because I've seen student searching content here and there, for 2 and 3 months, and you
Mm-hmm.
could have taken a course for 3 months and done that whole thing, where people have where specialist people have sit down and planned the syllabus for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not take advantage of that? And I don't think as a student you should waste your time searching a lot for a course. Obviously you
Mm-hmm.
should take at least 1 or 2 steps. You should inquire about it a bit, talk to an
Mm-hmm.
expert, those things. But just because on content on YouTube, let's say YouTube is a free platform, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in content in YouTube is scattered, right? I might see a
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes video, then I don't have to see the other part, right? Where I would see
Mm-hmm.
the other part, or they might redirect to buy a course or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
so thing is not I would say in line for students, right?
Understood.
That's why it's better to buy a course,
So
I guess.
it is like it was saving your time, and you were able to achieve the things much faster
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
were a working professional. Also, you were having less time.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
yes, okay, so perfect, got it. Now, the most important things, or the agenda of this particular webinar is like everybody's concerned about this Power API because in a lot of Instagram comment section, people are saying that this Power BI thing we are going to learn and everything. Just wanted to know from your end, why company use this Power BI and what is the Power BI used for? If you can just explain us.
So first of all, Power BI. Before understanding Power BI, we should understand what is visualization, right? So visualization is basically a business term for graph, right? We
Mm-hmm.
studied, we made graphs, right? So it's just like if I give you 10 numbers and if I give you one graph, it would be easier for you to understand in graph, right? That's why people are running towards graph,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ki, okay, make numbers more understandable via graph. Now, Power BI is one tool that is a Microsoft product which enables us to make graphs very easily, right? So for
Mhm.
example, if I'm working as a data scientist, so my role is to decide, okay, which insight would be relevant and then
Mhm.
show it to client, right? So Power BI makes it really easy for me to go from idea to execution. Okay, I need to make a bar graph. Okay, bar graph is basically where you have stacks of bar, right, to
Mhm.
explain a growth or something like that, right?
Mhm.
So that's why it's easy, right? And the other thing is, as time goes by, it's making itself more efficient and more accessible, right?
Mhm.
It's connecting to other data sources as well. It's
Mhm.
connecting to cloud as well. It's connecting to easy resources as well, right?
Mhm.
And that's why it's easy, right? And the other part,
Mhm.
one more thing I'd like to add is that every company has data, right? And it's most easy to analyze data to use it in Power BI, right? Some
Mhm.
people use Tableau as well, but this is my personal, I would say, guarantee to any one of you. If you understand Power BI, you can study Google Analytics, you can study Tableau, you can understand Alteryx. There are many other tools,
Mhm.
but Power BI is one tool. If you know one, you can easily just do the same thing any other tool, right? And
Understood.
it's a Microsoft product, so it can easily integrate with other Microsoft services as well, right?
Understood.
So that thing is also there.
So there's one confusion which I always see people discussing, and about the Tableau and the Power BI. So why people choose Power BI over Tableau?
I guess the biggest reason for it, is there is some user friendliness. For example, I've used Tableau, so Tableau is a little bit heavier than Power BI,
Mm-hmm.
right? In Power BI, they have different versions of it. Okay, we have Power BI desktop, we have Power BI services, right? And Tableau, they have one, big kind of a software, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you start working in Tableau, you will feel
Mm-hmm.
more a little complex, right? So if you are starting with visualizations, my
Mm-hmm.
suggestion would be to start with Power BI, and then you can easily go to Tableau, right? Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
if you just start with Tableau, you might feel little overwhelmed with that, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Power BI will, it will seem really easy. And I've
Mm-hmm.
seen a lot of people who are not even working as a data analyst, they use Power BI for simple analytics, right?
Mm-hmm. 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 Understood. Understood. Got the clarity. Thank you. So we have got an ultimate idea about that. What exactly this Power BI used for visualization, because it's very easy to understand. All right, perfect. So yes, so I will just pass on this whole things to you,
Yeah.
because any which ways we are sitting here with the mindset to understand how to understand everything about this Power BI. So I would just pass on this mic to you, and I'll turn off my video so that you can carry on and teach these people that they can learn it in this simple thing. It's not simple, by the way, but yes, the overview of it in just 30 minutes. So just you can just start.
Yeah. So first of all, guys, try to understand this. Okay, that we'll create a simple dashboard, and our goal is to understand that how easy it is, right? So there's a simple thing that data science is not easy. It's easily accessible and it's powerful, right? So things that you're doing is complex, but the steps would be easier, right? So just stay with me, and you can just sit back and see what I'm doing, and you'll see that okay, how easy it is to start creating visualizations in Power BI, right? So I'll share my screen. Amir, if you can tell me once my screen is visible, that will be great.
Yes, yes, yes. You can share your screen. Also, guys, do comment in the chat section so that we can also understand if you guys can see. All right.
You can see my screen,
So
right?
I can see your screen. You can open up your,
Yeah,
that Power BI thing. Okay. So we
yeah.
can see the
So
whole sheet. Yes. Thank you.
yeah. So guys, there are three steps to working in Power BI, right? You get the data, you transform the data if in some form you want to, and then finally you build the visualization, right? And then you can get back and forth between transformation and visualization, right? So first of all, you have to download Power BI, right? So we'll be using Power BI desktop. So when you are starting out, it's the best thing to use Power BI desktop. The other thing as well, Power BI mobile, Power BI reporting. So that is something a little bit complex, but to start with, I'll suggest you to go with Power BI desktop. You can just download it from here. It will take some time to download based on your internet speed, but trust me, if you have a even simpler configuration of laptop, it will work smoothly on your laptop, and that's a good thing about it, right? So what we'll be doing today, we have a data set like this, just kind of a sample data set, and it's a financial data set, right? So we have multiple columns here. I have a segment column, I have a country column, product discount. So this basically each row has data about some particular product, right? Okay, for a mid-market segment in France, I have sold this product of Caritra, and there's no discount on it, and this much units were sold, the quantity was sold, and this was a manufacturing price. this was the selling price, and then I've created the there's a gross sale and there's discount percentage. There are many numbers, right? And now see, this is a need of Power BI. If I present this to a business person, right, and if I tell them ki, okay, this is the data and that is the data that we got, right? So what should we do in it? And can you give me a comparison between France and Germany, okay, which were better in government segment, right? So it will take you a lot of time to understand it from this particular number, because this is just the numbers. I won't say it's the junk of numbers. It's pretty clean compared to what numbers are actually present, but it's not understandable, right? You cannot present this thing to a business person. Let's say I'm a CEO of a company, right, and I have 10 meetings in a day, right? And if you present me this, okay, okay, this is our numbers, it doesn't make any sense to me, right? And I don't want to see this. I want to see one number, I want to see some visualization, I want to see easier explanation of same data, right? So for that we'll use Power BI. So I've already downloaded Power BI, so I'll just open up Power BI desktop. And once it will open, it will obviously give me an option to import the data, right? I've just opened Power BI desktop, nothing complex till now, and it will give me a blank report, right? So it'll like add data to your report, the first thing that you do, and I'll do go to get data. I'll choose many. There are many sources, right? So first, let's see what's all sources are there, right? So you will see number of sources present. So I have, I can take data from, like upload data from my computer. I can connect it to different database. For example, when we are working in Accenture, we are using Snowflake, right? So it's one of a data warehouse where we store data, right? And you can get data from cloud, right, as your services. This is again one advantage of Power BI, that it's directly connected to other Microsoft services. So Azure is again a Microsoft service. You similarly can get data from online services as well, and there's some others, sources as well. So there are n number of sources, and these sources gets modified in each version of Power BI. They have add more sources. So as of now, what we'll be doing, we'll be uploading a file. So I'll just select an Excel workbook, and I'll connect to it, and I'll see a financial sample database that I was have open in Excel. Right, I connected to it. Guys, till now I've done nothing complex thing. I've just clicked here and there. Right, there's no coding involved. Right, now once I select that file, it will give me a preview of option. Okay, this is a workbook, right? So inside a workbook, I can have multiple sheets. So which particular sheet you want, right? So here I said ki sorry, here I said ki, I had one sheet of this, it will show me a preview ki, okay, this is how the data looks, right? So these are some rows, right? Ki, this is how it looks. So do you want this one? So yeah, we want this one. So now I have two options. Either I can just directly load this data into Power BI and start working on it, and the other option is transform the data. And in one case we transform the data, when we need some extra features in it, right? For example, if you see, I have discount band in it, right? So there's a column of discount band, and some values are high, some values are low, medium, and it has value of none, right? So this none value does not make sense, right? It should be a business term, right? I understand the meaning of it. Okay, in some product there's a high discount, there's a low discount, there's a medium discount, and in some product there's no discount, right? But none is does not sound a good word. So what we'll do, we'll might replace none value with no discount, right? And what other thing I can see here, let's say there's one more thing I can see, I can create one column. Okay, so instead of creating, let's do one thing. We have month number. Okay, so I have January equals to 1, June is 6, December is 12, right? So I can divide whole of my data into two parts. Okay, these are my first 6 months of a year, and these are my next 6 months of a year, right? So basically first half of the year and next half of the year, right? And I can then use that column in analytics, right? So these two transformation I have to do. So what I'll do a transform data. Now when I do transform data, Power BI opens up a kind of a backend system for me, which just allow me to do all these applications. Again guys, again a reminder, we are not doing any coding, right? Any point you see me writing any code or something, just ping in chat, because I'm pretty sure we won't be using any, right? And also this is something that I do daily in my job. I've seen people who are working full time on Power BI because it's that useful. So let me see. Okay, we have discount band, right? So what we discussed, we'll change. So there's an option of let's say replace values, right? So this is just one feature of Power BI which will allow me to replace value. So I want to find none values, right, which are none, and I want to replace it by no discount, right, so that it will make more sense, right? And I'll just say okay. Now you will see that okay, that none value is changed to no discount, and you will also see that I have taken a record of it. Ki, yeah, I replaced some values, right? It is also keeping a track of what changes you are making, right? So now I've made this one change. I'll make one more change here, that I'll create one column, right? So it will be a little new thing, right? So I just wanted to show you the strength of Power BI, right? So I want to make a column based on a condition. What is my condition? That is, my month number is less than 6. It would be, say, the first half of a year. If my month number is more than greater than equal to 7, like after July, so it will take, okay, this was in the part of second half of a year, right? So I'll make a conditional column. Let say my column name as year half. Okay, so year half. And if now see, now this does make sense on its own. I have to pass, if a column name something, then I have to pass an operator key, what greater than or less than, and then if this condition is satisfied, it will go to this value, right? So for example, if my column name which is month number is greater than or equal to 6, that is basically I'm going till June, then my output would be first half. First half. And I'll add one more clause basically condition, same on the month number. If month number is greater than or equal to 7, sorry, this will be less than equal to, less than or equal to, and this will be greater than or equal to 7. This will come in the second half. Again guys, no coding till now, and I'll just press OK. So what you'll see, this extra column is getting created here, year half, right, which has a respective value based on the condition. Okay, it was July, so it's the second half. It was June, so it's first half. Now what is the use of it? Once I have made all of my changes, I'll just go to home and I'll do a close and apply. Before doing close and apply, guys, this is a Power Query editor. So when we were importing the data, there was an option of transform data. When I click on transform data, it takes me to Power Query editor. Okay, according to you, your data is not yet prepared for visualization. So do one thing, play around in a Power Query editor, make the transformation that you want to, and then just close and apply, right? So now all the changes that I have made will get applied. You'll see that, okay, financial, creating connection is model, loading data into model, and the whole of the data would come here. See, you can see that I have my data in the financial region. Yeah, so all of the data that I had automatically come here. Don't worry about this sign. This basically means that by default I'll be taking a sum of it. I'll have an option to change it. So now there are 3 panes in Power BI, right? So this is filter, visualization, and data, and this all makes sense, right? You'll get data from here, you will choose which visualization you want, and finally you will, you can create some filter on it if you want to. So let's create a simple bar graph. Okay, so I want to create a bar graph. So this is my bar graph, right? So I'll choose a graph, and then I'll just have to drag and drop the fields, right? So on the x-axis, what I want month numbers, right? Each month number will come on the x-axis, and on the y-axis, that is the value. Let's say I want my gross sales. Okay, so voila, here is your graph, right? As easy as that. I can drag it wherever I want to place it. And if I want to change some small things, let's say I want to change the color of the bars, all of those things are visible. For example, let's say I want to change the data labels, so I can have all those options from here. I can change the color of bar, right? So for example, I want to make it pink, right, because Accenture's logo is pink. So if I can change it like this, right? And like this was one example. Let's say I want to create some other graph, right? So this graph is there. Now let's say I want to make a pie chart, right? So we you guys remember we made a field called year half, right? I can see that field here, right? So I'll go with the year half. I want to see how much profit we have made in the first half and how much profit we have made in the second half. So I have one column of profit. I'll add it to value, and it would be like this, right? So now understand that, like, of it, right? right? For example, right, I am, as I said, right, let's say I am a CEO, right? And you showed me this and you said, ki sir, I think that in the second half we are making more profit. And I, like, my first question would be, how do you know that? And you might say, yeah, it seems from some numbers. But it's not like that. You need to show me a proof. Need to show me a proof, and that should be an easier explanation also, right? That's a business ask, right? So this pie chart explains everything really well, right? So what I see here clearly is the second half, almost one two-third of my profit has been made in the second half, right? So all of those visualizations, right? Let's try one more. Let's try an interesting one, right? So let's make a map. So, okay, sorry, this will just overlap it. I have to click somewhere else and then select it, right? So I'll make a map. And now you'll actually see the strength of Power BI, right? So you remember in our data, we had one column of country. And if I want to find out, okay, which country has a most highest profit, let's say, I want to find out which country has a highest profit. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll select a map from it, right? So now it'll automatically ask me for locations, right? Now this thing is connected with Microsoft's own server. Microsoft has its, uh, web browser as well, Bing, right? So it will be connected to Bing, right? And using Microsoft maps, right? So when I do a country in it, so you will see that small dots are created in each country. I can see America here, I can see Mexico, right? I can see Europe, and I can see France, right? So France and Germany there. And now I can change the size of this bubble based on some any particular metric that I want. Okay, I want to see which country had made most sales, right? So I'll put this bubble here, and now you'll see, okay, now North America bubble is high, and when you'll hover over it, you'll see the values as well, right? And if I zoom it here, right, so I'm not able to zoom actually. So there is a Microsoft Bing logo here, right? So this is like live data, right? Like if I change the data, every visualization will get changed, right? One more thing that I'd like you guys to know are slicer, right? So just like when in Excel I had this filters, right, to filter the data, right? And when I'm working in Power BI, obviously I won't want to filter on data, right? I want to filter on values, specific values, and that too in a user friendly way, right? So what I'll create a simple slicer, right? So let's say here is a slicer, and don't worry guys, you don't need to remember names of it, right? You can understand by icon also, and when you'll hover over it, you'll understand, yeah, this is this. So by the way guys, we can also integrate Python in Power BI, right? So there's a lot of possibility. I'm just explaining one end to end, like how do you start, right? It's not something you have to do a lot of things and then to start, right? So let's say I'm making a slicer, right? So what will slicer do? It will filter all of my graphs on one particular value, right? For example, let's say I have year value as my filter. Okay, guys, remember, as soon as I select one graph, there would be some fields required for it, right? For example, when I selected filter, there is just one field required for it, on which field you want to filter. And you can also change the type of it, right? For example, this is a slicer kind of a filter, so you can select two, or so you can select one. But in this case, generally a drop down filter will be a better thing. Now what you'll see here, you'll see key, I can have either all. I can just filter on 2013 data, I can just filter on 2014 data, and I have other option that no, it will select all of it, right? So this is how you can create filters, this is how you can create map graphs, this is how you can create bar graphs, all of the other graphs, right? And the other thing is, any point, right, at any point, let's say I made some dashboard, right? And in between the dashboard I realized here I would have needed one more column, right? So I can just go back into that transform data thing, right? It'll again open, like this is like a back end of my thing, right? Just like a sweet shop, right? So this is my counter of sweets where I'm making the dashboard, and this is like my kitchen where I'm preparing the sweets, right? So I can just again sorry, not this, yeah. So I can just again make any changes I want to, close, apply again, and it will close, and whatever changes I've made, it will reflect in my data, right? So let's say this was one bar graph, I made one other graph. We can just try different other graphs as well. Let's say, and there's one more thing that I like: if you make a Power BI dashboard, you should have a KPI in it, right? So what is a KPI? KPI is basically one number to represent something, right? So for example, let's say it's a banking company, right? So they'll have one number to represent something. Okay, what is the retention period of our customers, and or how many loan defaulters we had, right? So you'll just show one number. For example, in this particular data, what biggest number I think should be is your profit, right? What was your profit, total profit, right? So I got, okay, this is my total profit. I got one graph of yearly distribution. I got one graph of you know gross distribution, one half of proportion of year wise proportion. Let's make one more donut chart, right? So donut chart is basically kind of a variation of pie chart, but you have it's basically used when you have to when the total things are not exhaustive. You can just say that, okay, it's also used to have proportions. So we had different products, right? We had different products. I had multiple products. I want to see which particular product has given me the most most profit, right? Let's say. So I have one column of product. I'll put it in legends. And what values I want the values of sales. No, sales, not profit. Okay, so it will create a graph for me, right? Now there are some many practices that people use. One practice is that how do you choose a color? Okay, which color should I keep? So there's a general perception that you should go with your own companies or whatever client that you're working with. For example, if I'm doing this for Swiggy, you'll see me using shades of orange, right? And if I'm doing it for Zomato, you'll be seeing me using shades of red, right? So the whole purpose of this exercise was, guys, to show you that how easy to make a dashboard. And we have already understood like what is the requirement of it, right? So just imagine, right, I have just spent around 20 minutes here, and I made some rough dashboard kind of a thing. And I can just move it around, make couple of or couple of more visuals, and then try to compare this visualization with this, right? Obviously anybody in his or her senses would choose this, right? Yeah, this is something I want to see. And every business wants that, because see, every business as of now has this, right? There's no business in the world who is not having data like this, and it's even in the worst situation, right? And every business want to come from that situation to this situation, right? And Power BI is making accessible for everyone. And also, once you have made it, you can publish it, right? So for publishing, you need a work account, or you can share it with your college ID and all. So it would be then that you can two or three people can work on same dashboard, right? So those all features are available, and it's really easy, guys, to be honest. And uh, many people that I have seen are working on Power BI full time, right? So like their major work is on Power BI, right? Yeah, they're Power BI developers, or they are making like whole day they're working on Power BI, and there are new jobs as well that are going for Power BI, right? So it's not something that complex, and it's not something that easy to. It's just like it has a lot of strength, and its accessibility is easy. Now what you want to create in it, and how you define the position, those things will come by experience. But if this was your problem, that you won't be, you have to code to make visualization, you have to code to do something in IT. It totally bursts the myth when you start using Power BI. And I did it in, I guess, 20-30 minutes. I didn't write any single line of code, and we made around 4 or 5 visualizations, right? So imagine what you can make at the end if you spend one day, and then imagine what you can make if you spend 6 months on one dashboard, right? So this is a difference between all of those things, right? So like this, when you start doing Power BI, it's kind of an eye opener, right? It was for me, and I expect the same thing to happen for you. Are you there?
Yes, it was pretty good explanation, and we understood a lot more thing. So I hope, guys, you enjoyed this particular understanding. I don't know whether you were able to catch the ball or not, but yes, for me overall, I felt that it was one of the easiest explanation, and I'm sure you must be having some doubts or anything, so we can cover it up in Q&A session. But yes, guys, can you just drop your feedback, what exactly you learned, and was it interesting, and how interesting it was, so that we can bring back this masterclass again and again. So if you have any questions or anything, keep it with you, because it's probably one of the easiest way to showcase that how you can learn Power BI in just 30 minutes. All right. So thank you so much for putting in efforts. And personally, like I have, for me, it was one of the bestest explanation. So I liked it the way you explained and you engaged with the people. And yes, as you can see, audience also enjoyed. So they are saying that interesting session. So thank you so much, Shubhankit, again about this for putting up this particular effort. All right. All right. So thank you, Akash. Thank you, Satish. Okay. Adarsh is saying it was very helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much. It will definitely bring motivation to me as well as for Shivankit as well. All right. So so we have discussed about all this, how to start and all, right? So now, Shivanki, just wanted to understand because whenever we search about this data analyst thing, if we want to become, so we probably find we end up having 10, 15 tools in the market and it confuses us and we get off track. So could you suggest that if I'm trying to switch from non-IT to IT, what tools I should focus only?
You just start with SQL, right? If you're focusing that way, right? Obviously, Power BI is one thing, but along with Power BI, if you know SQL, you'll be a really good thing because SQL is used to fetch data, right? Without data, there is no data science, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. And yeah, then Python. Some people use R also, but majority of people use Python. And as I told right in the tutorial as well, that yeah, you can also integrate Python with Power BI. So those
Mm-hmm.
all possibilities are there. So we'll start with SQL, go with Python, and I guess you can spend a little time on Power BI. It won't take much to learn, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then statistic is something that you're going for data scientist position when I think you should be at least working 1 year in the industry. Then you should think about data scientist position. So then you can also go with statistics. Obviously, if you can find a place where you can study all of these things in a sequence, then it will be really helpful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And over and above, guys, it's very much important to practice it because if you will not be having that practical experience, how you would be able to justify it? That's why, the projects, case studies, and different real life examples is very much important because that's how you will correlate and prove yourself in front of, the interviewer, and you can prove your worth that why you are worthy enough to get hired. Even the experienced people are there in the queue. All right. So moving on, guys, just want to tell you that yes, in a coding invaders, you can learn everything from scratch. Even more than 58% of the people are from a non-tech background, and 100% of the curriculum are easy to understand. So you don't need to get worried about because everything is there. One-on-one mentorship is there, so that you can ask the silliest questions. All particular modules and every single the modules and the case studies are totally 80% of the practical basis, so that you should sound very practical and logical when you are giving interview and sound like a professional experienced person in the industry. That's why the chances of getting hired is maximum. So we have a learning management system, so it's a web-based portal. You can log in from anywhere. You don't need a proper heavy or very expensive laptop to do it. A normal laptop, log in from anywhere and do it. And project-based learning, as I always say. Now it's again a small reminder to all the beautiful people out there who spend time learning Power BI. Just wanted to tell you that we are still into the contest. Just after 10 minutes, I'm going to share my screen and announce the winner because one of you who is actually enjoyed this particular session, one of you will win this particular course, premium data analytics course of Coding Invaders. All right. You will win it for free. Okay. One of you will win it for free, not all. And to participate in that contest, because the contest is going to end in just 10 minutes because I started 30 minutes back. The link is there in the chat section. If you have joined late and you are thinking what the hell it is, then let me tell you, I started this contest to give one premium data analyst course which promises job guarantee with a written agreement, and you will win it for free. One of you will win it for free. All right. So yes, if you haven't participated, go fill it up. Let me see how many people have already participated. So I can see already more than 150 people have participated. So all the people who are feeling lazy, you can also try your luck again because you're just laying on the bed and watching this. So yes, you can definitely do that. All right, moving on. So let's understand how much we can earn, and then we will come to the Q&A session, and then we will announce the winner. All right. So Shivank, I just wanted to understand one thing from you that there are first of all different assumptions are there. People sometimes say that it's not so easy to get 10 lakh package. Sometimes people say that starting salary is 3.75. Some people says that 20 is very easy to achieve. So can you give us a very practical idea that if I'm just switching my career, how much I can make in the beginning and how much I can make after 2 years or 3 years, like that.
So I think when you're starting out, then it should be more than seven when you're starting. Let's say your skill set involves Power BI, SQL, right? So you should be starting with seven, right? And as you grow and as you upskill yourself, I don't see any problem of you making at least 10 or more than 10, right, in 2 or 3 years, right? And that too, I'm using today's scenario where what is the inflation and all those things. So if you start right now, let's say today you get a job, it would be around 7 or 8 minimum, and after 2 years, I easily see you at 10 and more than that, right? And obviously, as you grow and you upskill yourself, like my formula is to grow is to upskill myself, rather than dependent on time that okay, I'll spend 2 hours, 2 years at the position of data scientist, so I'll become a senior data scientist. Instead of that, if I upskill myself, so all obviously if you upskill yourself, you'll get paid better, right? You'll be only one who knows a particular technology in your team, so you're bound to pay better, right?
Understood.
So
Understood. So Shubhangi, just a curious question. So you are already a full-time employee, right, in Accenture.
yep.
So if suppose, let's suppose there's some need there's a need to arrange some more money you got, or a kind of another additional responsibility, and you started doing 3-4 hours of freelancing. So how much you can additionally make right now in this life?
When people are in a problem and they don't understand the solution, they can pay a lot, right?
Mhm.
So that's the thing, right? If there's a
Mhm.
small startup, right,
Mhm.
and they have a bunch of data and
Mhm.
you know how to deal with it in Power BI or let's say Python, right?
Mhm.
And they have received a budget funding recently,
Mhm.
obviously they'll pay you a lot of money for the solution, right? So for one project, like in the way you were in the terms that you were saying, for one
Mhm.
project you can easily expect around more than 20,000 for starting, and that project will take you a week or so, right? I've not done it yet, but because I'm already working at Accenture, but some of my friends, they are working as freelance data science
I mean,
consultant.
like Accenture is already a service based, so they also take a project from the people, right?
Yeah,
Or
but here we are working as a team, right? So
okay.
there's a company. Those
Mm-hmm.
people, people are working as a freelance data science consultant. Yeah, okay,
Mm-hmm.
they'll do the whole work alone. They might have some intern under them, right? But they're also they're
Mm-hmm.
doing the same work what I'm doing at Accenture.
Understood, understood. So, guys, this is just an idea that if even if we are just taking three projects, right, and it is on an average cost like 15,000, let's suppose. Well, let's suppose Shubhankit said 20. Let's consider 15,000, okay, and you are additionally able to make 45,000 as a freelancing. That's a really good thing. I mean, yeah, that's important. That's great. Thank you so much, Shubhankit, for giving us an idea and clarity that how exactly and how much we can make money out of it. For the people who are just looking at how you can apply for the jobs, then you can go to the international resources like Glassdoor to check the salaries, LinkedIn and everything, update your profile, and Naukri.com. And also you can take a help from the Coding Invaders Career Center, where we will prepare your CV, LinkedIn profile, so that your search results should increase and you should get maximum calls and maximum interviews get scheduled, multiple job interviews, multiple mock job interviews we take, so that you have a good habit of talking and you have a good idea how to reply to the point what it has been asked to you. So all these things can only be done if you are practicing it. But if you are not practicing it, directly jumping to the interview, then you will sound dumb in that interview. So to practice it, you will get a lot of failures, and through the failures you will get to know that how to outperform, because it's very uh, in this time, if you are getting your first round clear or getting interviews scheduled, you should not miss it. So every single interview is very much important. Although we will schedule 10 interviews for you, but you need to clear every single interview so that you can compare whoever is giving you the maximum package you can go. If I'll schedule 10 interviews for you, probably you'll crack at least one in the worst case situation. Then yes, the job is there, because the problem is right now the demand is so much. Even right now in the Google, if you'll just open another tab and just search data analyst, you will find millions of jobs. But the problem is in India, we are not getting skilled people. That's why we are very much confident about this job guarantee, because we know we already have 300 plus hiring partners. We are interacting with them, so we know what sort of challenges these companies are facing, what sort of people they want. So they are keep on asking that, do you have fresh mind people, do you have people who learn these things? If yes, then please let us know, we will schedule interview and see. So that's why I'm just saying, this is not something that people are just making a business. Yeah, so we're here. Yes, we are making a business, but we are providing a solution. And that's the problem. Like, the demand is there and we are providing the solution, and the supply is less. So if you will learn and master the skills, you will be easily get a fit into it, and you can start earning a good money. And this is not something which I'm telling you about the full-time employees, but yes, as a freelancer you can make good. All right, so here's the details. Now it's time to go to the Q&A session. I am sure that everybody have collected the question, but to give you a final reminder to all the people, just because Shubhankit is here, we are giving away this one premium course of data analytics, that too for free, to all the people who have participated and watching us till the end of this particular webinar. Because just after Q&A session, I'm going to share my screen and announce the winner. So if you haven't registered yet, go please register, because one of you will win this particular premium data analytics course, which promises job guarantee, that too for free. All right, moving on. Thank you so much, Shubhankit, for coming back again. So I have a bunch of questions ready. So let me shortlist the best one for you and
Yep.
ask you. All
I
right.
remember last time we had some great questions.
Yes, yes, yes,
Expect the
yes.
same.
Yes, yes, yes. This time, I can see the short question are less, the paragraph questions are more, because they had this session, because the last session was more sort of a talk show type. But this is
Yeah.
somehow turned out to be a kind of a serious sort of a class or something. So people are having more technical questions, which I can see.
Yeah, I
Uh,
see some students chat that the screen work froze. So I'm really sorry about that. I
yeah.
guess we have a recording of this session, right, Amir?
Yes, yes,
After
yes, yes. We will upload on the YouTube also.
yeah.
And there's one question from Muskan: is data analysis is only about Power BI?
No, not at all, Muskan. This was just a way to show you that how easy is to enter data science, right? Like this is visualization is one part of data science, and Power BI is one of the most common tool that you use it in data science, right? So it's not like Power BI is equivalent to data science; it's a part of data science, and it will be like in my experience, it will be a easiest part to go into a data science to make ideas to execution.
Understood. There's one question that from Sagar, that I'm a Java developer having 4 years of experience, planning to change my career in data analytics. Is that a good change? Good to change?
I'm not sure about like how like what bad would happen in Java, right? But I'm pretty sure about what good you can do in data science, right? So because you have been working as 4 years in to field of IT, right? So you know a lot about IT business, okay, how project happens, how how a company gets the project, how what a deadline means, right? And what are how do we work, coding, right? So you have many advantages as you move into field of data science, and you just have to acquire some skills along the way. It will be a really good change if you're determined to do it, and you will have an additional advantage because you have a coding experience. Just if you have no Java, it will be really easy for you to learn Python.
Understood. Understood. Okay. There's another question that there's a question from Pooja. Is that I am from an arts background and I'm having a 3 years of gap. Now, if I will take up some course and learn, will I will be still getting a same sort of opportunities as the people who don't have a gap?
To be honest, Pooja, no, right? But it won't be a that bad, that bad of a lag, I would say, right? Obviously, other people who didn't had a gap, didn't have to explain the gap, right? But in your case, you need to have explained the gap. But trust me, there's so many companies out there, and there's so many job openings out there each day for data science that the only thing matters is skill. If you can really upskill yourself in the field of data science, you can do some good projects in the courses, or by your own, maybe using Kaggle or something. Then you will back up your strength, your skills by those projects. And then only thing matters is, okay, can you do the work that I'm assigning you or not? If I'm your manager, the only thing matters for me is that, right? Ki, yeah, I assigned this work. In the end, I'm asking, at the end of the day, I'll ask you, "Okay, what you did. If you have done something good,
Mm-hmm.
that works for me. I don't care you had 3 years of gap or 4 years of gap, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the thing, right? You have to upskill yourself. You have to show your skills via project, and then other things, they have a little bit of impact on your things, impact on your journey, but they are not something that creates a difference, right?
Understood. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much. There's a question that I am from a medical background, and there's one more person saying that I am from a pharmaceutical background. Is it still possible to switch?
Again, I guess the same answer. You can just pick the skills and it will possible to switch, right?
I mean,
And the
sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
so yeah.
Like, could you guide us if you have any example that is it that in the medical industry itself, the scope of data analysis is more, or in the pharmaceutical? Do you have any example there where can be the possibility that data analyst must be sitting in those industry?
Yeah, there's a lot of example, right? For example, let's say there's a pharmaceutical company of Tata 1mg, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
pharmaceutical company, right?
Yeah.
But they have built a app, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
connect with people, they see the medicines and all. Now
Mm-hmm.
imagine they have a data analyst who also knows about medicines. So
Mm-hmm.
that's an additional thing, right? And similarly in the case of medical as well, right? So till now what we have seen is AI has not been that much into a field of medical science,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's a lot of lack of doctors, right? So obviously even in small towns there's a lot of lack of doctors in India, right? And that thing can easily be covered with the field of data science because most of the things are same. Most of our diagnostic are same. Most of our medicines that my doctor used to give me when I was a kid were almost same, right? Every time I used to go there, right? So that thing also covers for it, I guess. Amir, there, I guess you're stuck. Well, let me see if I can pick some questions from here.
All right. I'm sorry about what happened, guys. So,
No worries,
so
Amir.
Shubhankit, like I guess we are done with questions, right?
Yeah, I think if we can pick one technical
Yeah.
question, that will be great, right? Because there were a lot of technical questions from the.
Can you spot
Uh,
any of the technical one? Because I'm also searching some of them. All right.
there's one that
So,
is a common question that can you share any resources from where you can get data sets? Right. So I'll answer this one.
mm-hmm.
So you can use Kaggle, guys. So there's one site, Kaggle. It's a Google-owned site. So they have a lot of public data sets. You can just download a data set from there. It will also list, some of the data set might also list tasks in that, and you can just carry on those tasks, whatever you want to do on, Power BI. So and it's totally if you just have to sign in, and you can also share it along with the Kaggle network. right? So you can get badges for that, and that has been
Mm-hmm.
recognized, if you are a Kaggle expert. So it's Kaggle, right? So it's easier
Understood.
to find, just Google about it, you will get it.
Kagggle. Okay. So guys, I have already posted in the chat section. Sorry, you can see that. Kaggle. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shubhankit. I know that you're already running out of time, and I can see a good bunch of people are privately, messaging me about the contest. So thank you so much, Shubhankit, for
Yeah.
joining and
Yeah.
explaining in detail. And we will mail all this particular session to all the people who attended this particular webinar. But before leaving, do you have any um, message to tell everybody who is still thinking that they should take a switch or not, or they're hesitating?
So, guys, my opinion would be to, if you are serious about data science, then the best time is now, right? You cannot wait too much, right? Because many things will, I will not say they will change, but many things will run ahead, right? So, I don't want you to waste your time. You can just s- pick from a point and start your career in data science, and it's really easy and it's really fascinating, right? Once you'll start working in it, you'll earn the
Mm-hmm.
respect of people, right? And this is from coming from personal experience. If you're in a room and you say someone ki, yeah, you are a software developer, you are, this, you are that, you are this, and this guy is a data scientist, right? So people will see you,
Wow.
right? So that fame would be there, right? So yeah, you can, if any other
Exactly.
doubts you guys have about, you want to ask me something, you can connect with me over LinkedIn. I'm not sure if you have but my name is quite unique, so you can just search it there. And yeah, thank you, Amir, for having me here. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Shubhankit, for joining. All right. So, guys, I hope this session was very much useful to you. I hope you got so much of learning. So now it's time to announce the winner, and it's time to. And I'm really very sorry because just all of a sudden some internet got issue, and I was dropped off. Now it's time to announce the winner. Okay, but before we announce the winner, just wanted to know from all of you, because the more detailed feedback you guys give me, how exactly the session was, what good was there, what bad was there. So if you will let us know, we'll keep on improving so that we can continuously bring value to you, and you should get the value for your time. That yes, I did it. I just learned this Power BI thing for free, right? So this is an interesting thing. So I would appreciate if you guys can give us a feedback, because that feedback will be really, really very much helpful. If I'm saying that feedback, it means that you don't have to just say the positive words. You can criticize us. That is totally fine. The more feedback I'll get, the more we will work to improve for you, so that we can continuously bring the value for all of you beautiful people who are giving your expensive a precious time over here. All right. So I'm just waiting for the feedback now. You guys, meanwhile, you guys write the feedback. Let me just continue and cover up some pointers and have to announce the winners. And also to all the people who haven't registered yet and don't know what exactly it is going on. Now, well, in that case, I just wanted to tell you that we started one webinar, this contest, where we are choosing one random person who will win this particular data analyst course, that too for free. You can be the one. And for that, you need to paste the link in the chat section. I can see that my team is pasting, so hold on. So you will find the link in the chat section. You can fill it up, okay, because it's time to announce the winner. All right, so hurry up. Let me see how many people have registered already. So I can see 200 people have already participated. I'm waiting for others to participate. So, okay, 198 people have registered. So I'll give you 10-20 seconds time, guys. Okay. And meanwhile, then I'll announce the winner. So to carry on, what you will get the coding invaders, you will actually get a reach in your career. You will get a personal one-on-one mentorship, exclusive career packages, fast track job search, 100% job guarantee, convenient studies to all the working professional and the busy students. You can see the screenshot over here. People are getting one-on-one call. That's a very good thing, that if you are missing some classes and you're still having that unlimited one-on-one video call session, you can just call and talk what exactly I missed and get you it out clear. I mean, like, what else you needed. And you can see a bunch of people are interacting with the guest speaker, because when the more you interact with the guest speaker, the more reality check you will get, and that's how you will be able to upskill yourself. All right, that's very much important thing. You can see these beautiful people are our mentors. And apart from this particular practical session, we have top mentors. Top mentors means what? It's just not like top mentors. They are the director of data analytics or something big people. All right. And you will also see that the whole chat access is also there. Let's suppose if you're an introvert or you wanted to just get us, you have a small question, you can still interact with the chat. So you can, get a 7 days access in the chat section, and you have unlimited one-on-one video calls. That's a more important thing. Unlimited video calls. That's really interesting. Okay. So I have got a feedback from Amishi. I would love to read it out. Feedback is the explanation was very interesting. It was informative, and what I think can be done is that anyone a follow-up webinar things maybe it will be very helpful for the people, serious people, and or maybe give us some assignment for self-assessment. Thank you so much, Amishi. We will definitely look forward for it, and keep checking your mail for all the updates that you will get. All right. And we do also have a two live sessions, two webinars, so that if the people interested more into the live sessions, they can get a live session as well. Moving on, if you will see the study format, then it is totally a group project based, modules on LMS exams and interactive webinars, Q&A session projects, career webinar, masterclass within this, everything is there. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not actually just telling these features to attract you and sell you this stuff. No. As a person, I would like to just tell you one thing, that if you're a person looking to change your career and you want to do it immediately, I don't know whether you observed it or not. Shubhankit told that as a student, I don't want to waste my time in collecting the content. So as a student, he focused on learning it, just so that which whoever can saves time. And he just bought that, and he spent time, 3 hours. Although we only need 1.5 hours on a daily basis, but he spent more time and he got it. Because from metallurgy to data scientist, it's a strange switch, but still he made it. So what I'm trying to say is things are available. Okay, resources are available. You don't need to be very intellectual enough to grasp all this. Only you need to become consistent enough. So what I'm trying to say, if a whole and sole organization in full fledged is ready, doing his all research, things are ready, interviews planned, hiring partners are ready, all the whatever the hell you need to become a successful data analyst, things are ready, planned. Now the major challenge we are observing, that people are motivated in the beginning, that oh, I will do this, but after 1 month they are just becoming casual towards their life. That's totally wrong. So to win this particular game, let me tell you a hack. You don't need to be intellectually very strong. Okay, you just need to be consistent, and you can win this game. It's as simple as that, and that's a matter of only 6.5 month, not a 2 year or 3 year or 4 year of waiting. You can see what you have done your graduation and how much you make it, right? So it's a matter of 6.5 months. You are mature. You can see whatever we have talked, you can understand that yes, I was talking sense or not, or things are possible or not. You have examples, you have people who are actually putting their comments in the chat session, so everything is there in front of you. All right, so I'm just telling you, we have this, you can opt it for sure. And these are the only tools that you need to focus on, because what is happening is, whenever you will go to the market and discuss about it, people will give you a gyan with 10, 12 tools which will demotivate you. So just focus on these tools which is needed and get the job, as simple as that. All right, so it's time to announce the winner, because I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, so I'll just take one sip of tea. So I can see a good bunch of people are already very much excited. So it's a final announcement, because I don't have any other slides or PPT left. Okay, I have to announce the winner, right? So whoever have not filled this particular form and who wants to win this particular premium data analytics course, the specialty is we promise job guarantee by giving you a written job agreement. So if you want to win this for free, for sure, this course is not free for all of you, but yes, we are giving away one premium course of data analytics which promises job guarantee to one person for free, and I'll choose that one lucky person. So you can try your luck. The link is there in the chat section. Because time is up, I have to announce the winner now. But yes, too many things I want to say. There's a two type of people. One will win. Second one will think that it is a paid one. Then they will think that how to do it, is it affordable or not. Then I have a suggestion for them. Number one is This in this particular webinar, you are getting 33% of discount. So if still you want to be a job guarantee batch, you can avail this by saying that you attended the webinar with Amir, and you will be eligible for it, and you will be getting a certificate of participation till the end of this webinar. Number two, what to do to make the course price zero even if you didn't win this particular contest. You can refer to a lot of people, because if you will refer to any person, okay, you will also get 5,000 discount. Your friend will also get 5,000 discount. If you'll refer to 10 people, you'll get 5,000 discount, and all those 10 people will get 5,000 discount each. So you can refer more and make the course price zero. You won't believe, but 6 months back there was a guy who referred more than 20 people and actually made the course price zero. Trust me, if you want, if there's a way. So there's a multiple way, okay? So these are the options and the solutions which I'm giving it to you. So okay, without wasting any much time, okay, if you want that referral link, the separate unique referral link I've pasted into the chat section, you can see it is written codinginvaders.com/referral. Save it with you. Whoever needs it, give to them, because you will not become small if somebody will grow. Instead, you will also grow the way they are growing. So it's a knowledge thing. The more you will share, the more wise you will become. All right. Okay. So without wasting any more time, so let's announce the winner. Let me see how many people have participated. Um, I'm just refreshing my sheet. Hold on. I would request my team if they can remove the columns like UTM source, UTM medium, and UTM campaigns from the sheet. It looks odd because, okay. So I guess, all right. So I'm going to share my screen, and it's time to announce the winner now. Perfect. So I guess 216 people have participated. So let me share my screen. Are you guys ready? But I can see only a few people have participated. 138 people are left now. These are the very serious people, by the way. So yes, if you haven't tried yet, please do it. Okay. I know that some of you, more than 70 people, have not registered yet, and you guys are watching me. So the link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up because I want to hit 250. Okay. So 216 people have registered. I'm refreshing once again. All right. Actually, you know what, guys? My internet is gone and I am connected with my mobile hotspot. So, can you guys tell me that? Are you able to hear me or see me very well? Because I have strong doubt. Because what happened last time, I'll give you one story that I was about to announce the winner, okay, and my internet gone at the same time, okay, and everybody started saying, "Yo, this fraud, this guy gone at the time of, at the time of announcement, this guy gone." So that shit happened. It was very embarrassing. But I'm just telling you in advance that if it happens, I will join back. Okay, so you have to stay. Okay, because I'm facing a problem. Okay, so perfect, 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 perfect. All right, so let me share my screen. Are you guys able to see my screen? Just tell me. Meanwhile, I'll have a cup of coffee. Just tell me if you guys can see my screen because I have to announce the winner now. Jitendra Sharma is saying good evening. Sagar is saying not visible. Yes, 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 yes. Now everybody can see. Perfect. Can you see the number of registrations over here? Just comment down in the chat section if you can see the number of registration. So I can see 218 people have registered. Can we hit 250 guys at least? 250 guys. I'm just waiting. To all the people who haven't registered, please register because I have to announce the winner now. Anybody else who is left, I'll give you 20 more seconds. So I can see that's it. Let me refresh. Perfect. So I can see only 219 people are there. So guys, if you can see my screen, this website I generally use to choose random digits. Let's suppose there are 600 people have participated and I have to choose one random person. What I'll do, I'll just do this and it will give me a random number. That is 148. So this is just an example for all of you because here the number of the people who have participated is not 600. So it was just example. So I'll just check it how many have registered. So I can see 222 people have registered. Okay, it's still loading. If you can see, I have some network issue. So kindly cooperate with me. Okay, trying to connect. If you can see, okay, reconnecting. So I guess we are getting the number of registration. Let me see if you guys can see me well. Yes. Perfect. So 223 people have registered. So let's announce the winner who is at 223. So 223. Can you see it is correct? Yes, it is correct. 223. We have to choose one random person. All right. So let's get started. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And the winner is 218. Oh my God. The last one. I told you guys, right, that sometimes it happens is, the last person who registers wins the game. So let's see who is that 218 guys. But before coming to that particular person, that person is going to win the Coding Invaders top course, which promises job guarantee agreement in return. And if not, his money will be refunded. Just because this winner is winning it for free, so he will not get a money back guarantee because he is not paying anything. He will get agreement of job guarantee. All right, but we have all this agreement ready for all the people if you want to be the part of this particular batch. So he will be getting a career assurance. He will be able to dream about his better life after 6.5 months. He will have all premium access for free. So let's see who is that one person. And that person is Ankur. Ankur story001 at the rate gmail.com. You are the winner. Ankur, you are the winner of this particular contest. And you won this particular contest for free. And you're a winner and you will be enrolled for a job uh, guarantee batch. All right. Can you just, can you guys see my screen or you still facing any problem? Because Ankur, you are the main, winner of this particular test. So I've ended up my screen share, okay, and I hope you guys are now not able to see my screen because I have ended up my screen share. And Ankur, I'm very much happy that you are the winner of this particular contest. But to all the people, out there who haven't won yet, let me tell you that you can also part of this particular you can part of this particular batch, and you can enroll, but that too with 33% for sure. Okay, so no need to worry about. That's all from my end, guys. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this particular session. But yes, if you want to understand the course fees and everything, then this is the actual course fees. And just because you are, winning these courses, and if you want to be the part of this job guarantee batch, you will get it in just 33% discount. But yes, um, if you want EMI programs are also available, and multiple. There's no fees is required, no interest involved is required, and we pay interest for you. All right. And here are some examples of a referral. So if you want to reduce the course price, you can. So I can see the some comments are there. People are saying there's one guy who's saying that that's your guy. No, it's not our guy. You will get to see our Instagram story. You will get a lot of proof. Okay, and that is the real person who is enrolled. So yes, if you want to know that how referral program works, I'm attaching the referral link in the chat section. Okay, And Ankur itself is here in the chat section, guys. You can verify with him, and you can ask him that Ankur is our team member or what, because Ankur is saying that he is here in the session from 6:19 p.m. So Ankur, you can comment down in the chat section. People, let them know that you are kind of a candidate itself who is watching, and you are the lucky winner. All right, and you can post your story also on the Instagram if you want. All right. So guys, Ankur is there in the chat section. You can ask questions to them if you have some doubt. By the way, I was talking about the referral. So if you will refer to some people, you will also get a discount. Your friend will also get a discount. So it will be easy and pocket friendly for all of you. Okay. So Ankur is saying that he is not at all a team member. So thank you, Ankur, for mentioning this. Thank you so much. Okay, he is not a team member or anything as such. Or thank you for attending this webinar. If you have any feedback, please drop. And if you want to connect with me, I'm attaching my Instagram link. Thank you so much. See you in the next webinar.